So I'm here with James from Greenwich and Rachel from Westminster and Chelsea?
Kensington,
sorry, Kensington and Chelsea. We've been doing a bit of work this morning around demonstrating the value of participation work to clinicians and commissioners. Can you tell me a little bit about the problem that your group was trying to solve?
Trying to solve the problem of transition from the services, either into the adult services or into the quote-unquote real world.
Yep.
With this sort of CAMHS as sort of something to lean on just in case there's problems.
We notice that there's often, some of our young people in our group said that actually they're feeling great when they're having therapy and they feel ready to leave, but then all of a sudden they've been discharged from a service and it's like, oh my goodness, I don't know what to do. So the idea of the group that we would set up would be like a participation group, so constantly like feeding back great ideas, but have almost like a well-being supportive element as well, to then be a link and a support for the young person into CAMHS rather than necessarily still continuing with their individual therapy.
Okay, can you tell me a little bit more about that, James?
The idea is that instead of having CAMHS as a sort of nannying you about the about how you are and where you're at in your head and everything, it's sort of more sort of like a background thing. It's sort of like it's there if you need it, but ultimately it's more, as Rebecca's saying, it's about participation of the in a particular space like drama or music or whatever, and also sort of like easing out of the service, because my experience of it, I literally just got dropped straight out of it. By my admission, it was my choice, but there was nothing really to prepare me for my life after my therapy was over. And I kind of almost wish I had that kind of transition thing.
So this group would be for people who were being discharged from the service but wouldn't, because I was wondering about, saying it would be like a 13-year-old could be discharged from the service, so it's not necessarily people going into adult services, it'd be somebody who is not having individual therapy anymore. So that's why there's different levels, isn't there? So still that well-being support, but it's not a therapy group as such.
You sort of got a sort of fun sort of thing to do, music and drama, prime examples. I've done both, but it has a sort of like, if you need to talk to somebody about something, then you can.